What's going on, my trainer club? Today we're going to check out the top tips to help you max out on the Seedot Community Day, which is coming on Sunday in Pokemon Go. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, are you excited about the Seedot Community Day in Pokemon Go, which is going to be this Sunday from 11 a.m. till 5 p.m. local time for a total of 6 hours. Holy smokes, guys. Just like the Abra Day, we are now doing it for Seedot. So I'm actually pretty excited about this. Number one, I just love community days. I love getting a massive amount of shinies. I love doing the vlogs with you guys, and I love seeing what you guys do as well, whether it be on Twitter, in my comments, and everywhere in between. So today we are going to go over all my top tips. We're going to go over what the details include, and then we're also going to focus on the Shiftry, the moveset, and to see where it's going to sit as far as the Go Battle League, because Shiftry is a Go Battle League Pokemon. So now let's get into everything, which includes the date and time. So like I said, Sunday, May 24th at the local time zone for you guys from 11 a.m. all the way until 5 p.m. we are going to have the Seedot Community Day. So Seedot is obviously going to be the shiny feature. We are going to also include bonuses. The bonuses are going to be 3 times catch XP. So for anybody that does need XP, this is going to be a great thing for you. Next, we have 3-hour incenses. So instead of 3-hour lures, we now have 3-hour incenses. You can use 2 of them, and we will check those tips out as well. And you can now stack those as well, which is really beneficial for us. And the additional features of the event. So the Shiftry, when being evolved from the Nuzleaf, is going to learn the exclusive move of Bullet Seed. So it's now going to have a grass type quick move that's going to charge just as fast as Snarl does. And if you guys have played with the Shiftry before, using Snarl to get to Leaf Blade is very, very fast. So this is going to be a grass variant of that move. They are literally the exact same move. You're going to have 2 hours after the event, so from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. in order to evolve your Nuzleafs all the way into Shiftry to get this exclusive move. And for the 99 cents, I'm going to make an asterisk here. I did cover it in my prep tips video, but now that we're here, it does not cost 99 cents to participate in the Seedot Community Day. It is going to be 99 cents to get the extra research. Seedot Community Day is completely free. This is extra research. The 99 cent, completely different arenas. You can always play all events for free. The research is going to be an extra bonus. So this is going to be seeing double. We're going to get what it says 5 golden raspberries, and then you're going to get 3 incenses, and if it is going to correlate the same as last time, you're going to get a Seedot encounter. You're also going to get approximately 15,000 Stardust. So for $1, might as well participate. I'm going to be participating. It's definitely worth $1 to me. You are also going to be able to get photobombed throughout this. So there's 2 benefits of this. Number 1, if you haven't got your gold medal for the photobombs, this is an easy time to do so. And number 2, Seedot that is going to be photobombing can be a shiny potential. The shiny will spawn on the map. If you guys did watch my Abra Community Day when I did get photobombed by a shiny Abra. And then we can also get a Community Day box, which is going to be 1,280 coins. Is going to include the first ever Elite Fast TM. It's going to include 30 Ultra Balls. We're going to be able to get 3 incenses and 3 lucky eggs. So the items, maybe not the best, but the Elite Fast TM is going to be very valuable. So if you have been gymming, you've been listening to my tips, or maybe you're just a pay-to-play player, it's probably in your best interest to stack up on as many of these Elite TMs. In the Charge TMs, we've already gotten 2 of those potentially if you listen to my other tips. And now we're changing over to the Fast TM, which is going to be from this box. And finally, you're definitely going to want to be buddied up with a great buddy, because during this time frame, the buddy will be able to bring you Pokeballs and other items, potentially including berries, that are going to help you max out on the Community Day, especially if you are playing from home. So it is a must-do for you guys. So now we have all the information. What time is it to get into my top tips 1 through 5 to make sure you max out completely on your Seedot Community Day in Pokemon Go? So starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is going to be leading up to the event, which is going to include items. Which items do we need? As always, you need to have a massive amount of Pokeballs, preferably stacked in the Ultra and the Great Balls, because this day is going to be crazy. You're going to be catching a ton of Pokemon, And if it's going to be spawning one Pokemon every minute for a total of 6 hours, you guys have a lot of Pokemon to catch. So make sure to have as many Pokeballs as you can. And if you don't need to be catching Pokemon leading up, to make sure that you do have enough and opening 30 gifts a day, that's a great thing to do. If you are a remote player, you don't have access to be getting gifts from friends, you can always check my description below and join my Discord, because there's a great friending section in there. Next, we are going to want to clear out our bag space. Like I say always, guys, if you are at 3,000, clear out approximately 500 of your Pokemon out of there. There is no reason for us to have more than 2,500 sitting in our bag. You probably have many multiples of things, but then also we do have 2x transfer candy coming up on Tuesday to transfer some of our legendaries. So I highly suggest, if you guys have a surplus of legendaries that you cannot trade and it's too much in your bag, you can also try to wait till there as well. Next, we're gonna need 2 incenses for the entire duration of the time. And if you guys are gonna be using lucky eggs, just remember, we are now going into the Sinnoh event. The Sinnoh event is including 1 hour lucky eggs, 1 hour star pieces, and 1 hour incenses, which was already happening. So in order to go the entire duration of this event with a lucky egg, it's only gonna require 6 instead of the normal 12. And if you're gonna use star pieces, it's gonna be 6. So during this time frame, maybe a potential to include some of your star pieces, because we're getting an hour as opposed to 30 minutes. But what I would suggest doing, at least, if you guys always listen to me, I always suggest stacking friendship bonus all the way up until you start. So if you have great, ultra, and best friends, do at least 1 egg in the beginning of the day, and then go ahead and open all those bonuses, get 200,000, 500,000, a million XP, and then start to grind afterwards, and at least use 1 lucky egg to be able to get all of that. Even though the friendship bonus is not multiplied, you also get the 3x catch XP afterwards. So that is the reason why I suggest that you guys stack that up. And then if Seedot is not very common in your area, I personally have over 4,000 Seedot candy, so I do not need to do this. But if you do need pineapple berries, you can definitely stack up on as many of these as you can. Quite commonly, you are going to get them from stops as well as gifts. And that leads us into the star pieces. Do you guys need star pieces? For me personally, I've really been abusing my star pieces, so I'm probably gonna hold my reins here and wait for another double or triple Stardust event, because Community Day will have a triple Stardust in the future at some point. So I'm not gonna do it right now. And just remember that we no longer need timers. We now have the ability to stack items. All you need to do is go in, activate an item, and then in order to stack it, you go in again, click the same item. So if it's an incense, you can activate it again. Here's one thing that Cosmic from the Discord, my admin who is a beast, told me about the previous event, which was going to be Philadelphia. You could actually activate multiple incenses during that time frame, and I believe he had an extra 8 hours of incense post-event. So you can always check to see, okay, well, my incenses normally last for an hour. If I activate 2, it's gonna be 6 hours, but maybe I could activate 3 or 4, which would give me a total of 12 hours if you were able to activate 4, which would leave 6 extra hours after the event to have incense running with only using 2 incenses, which is crazy, because normally that would be a total of 6. So if you guys wanna go on a crazy Sunday grind, you can always have that option. So now that all that is covered, we can now lead to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is going to be your location. So if you can leave and go places, you're gonna definitely want to be in a downtown area, because being in a downtown area is the best place to play, because number 1, you're gonna have Pokestops to be able to get more items. Number 2, you have more dense spawns. And since we have been playing from home, there definitely has been increased shiny potentials when it comes to these events, because getting your Pokemon from your incenses, you're still gonna do pretty well. But as soon as you leave your house, if you have the potential, right, you are going to get more shinies. It's just crazy out there. So if you have the ability to go out and you are still safe and you're not in lockdown and you have means of protecting yourself with ever social distancing, that is going to be an option for you. You're definitely going to want to do that. But if it is not, do not worry, you're still going to be able to maximize out on your incense as well. And as far as the Shiftry goes, we are going to want to know what are going to be the 100% IVs to look out for. So Seedot in the Great League, that's going to go into the Shiftry, is going to be a 0, 14, 11 at rank 1 with a level 23.5. So you're going to need to make sure you catch a Seedot below 320 basically. Anything below that is probably going to be in your best interest to be able to check. And so if you don't know what that CP is, you can definitely use PokeGenie. Is all you have to do is screenshot it, or if you have an overlay, you go ahead and upload the screenshot into PokeGenie, and then what happens is you can go and check to see where that Pokemon is going to evolve into to see where it's at. And then when it goes into the Ultra League, the Seedot into the Shiftry is going to be a 100% IV if you plan to use it for the Ultra League, 15, 15, 15, and this Pokemon is going to max out below 2400, so you're able to buddy boost it all the way to level 41, and it's still going to be able to be under that 2500 mark for the Ultra League. And also during this tip, I would normally tell you guys to activate premium lore modules, but since they're only going to be 30-minute increments, you may not want to, but using a mossy lore is going to spawn grass type Pokemon. So this may be a potential for you if you guys do have some extra, maybe for 30 minutes or an hour, you're gonna want to activate some of these lore modules. But just remember the incenses are the boosted times and not for the lore modules, which is gonna lead us to tip number 3. Tip number 3 is gonna be, as always, I always recommend do not catch Pokemon 30 minutes beforehand because all those spawns can change over into Seedot, which can have the shiny potential, so make sure not to catch those Pokemon. And then also don't complete the research tasks in any of the area that you are gonna be playing in if you are playing outside, because those tasks will then switch over to the Seedot day. So those are 2 things you're definitely going to want to look out for. And then also, this is going to be right at the beginning when you do want to hit your friendship bonuses. Now that we're going to have 1 hour as far as the lucky eggs, you're going to be able to go for an entire hour on triple XP on the catch with the lucky egg on, which is bananas. That's going to be 6 times catch XP. That's going to be a lot. If you guys have a ton of excess lucky eggs and you haven't been using them, I know there could be a potential level 50 coming soon, but this would be a great time to start stacking up on some XP bonuses. And we have the 1 hour star pieces. So if you so decide to use those star pieces, you're going to be able to have 6 instead of using a total of 12. So it's a great time to do that, which is going to lead us to tip number 4. Tip number 4 is going to include the weather conditions. So Seedot is going to be an all grass type Pokemon. It does not turn dark until it evolves. So we are going to be looking out for the weather boosted conditions, which is going to be in sunny weather. So as far as the Go Battle League purposes, the best place to be is not in sunny weather, because then you'll be able to catch it at an attack of 0. But if it is sunny weather, you're going to then not be able to get the rank 1 as far as the Seedot goes, because the weather boosted floor is now going to be at 4. So as far as the 100% IV for the Seedot, if you can get it for the research tasks, if it is available, it's going to be 256 for the 100% IV. If you can hatch it at level 20, it's going to be 342. If it is any condition but sunny, 513 is going to be the level 30 100% IV. But if it is sunny weather, it's going to be a 100% IV max capped at level 35 at a 555. So if it's not sunny weather, the 513 is going to be the 100% IV, but if it is sunny weather, 513 is no longer the 100% IV, it's going to be 555. And normally here's where I would tell you guys to hatch your 10-kilometer eggs and to go after your research tasks if it is a boosted Stardust event, but it is not. So I would suggest keep stacking up your research unless you're at 100, maybe go through and catch some of them. And you can also go through and hatch some of your 10-kilometer eggs if you do have 9, because you're gonna be on star pieces for an hour, even though there's not boosted hatch Stardust right now. But it's still a potential for you guys to get a decent amount of Stardust during this time frame, which is going to lead us to tip number 5. Tip number 5 is going to be post-event. So post-event, guys, is going to be trading. You're going to want to trade as many as possible if you're looking to get luckies and to try to get the best IVs to be able to power yours up all the way to max to use for Ultra League. I would suggest evolving a bunch of the Shiftries. You're going to want to scan through all of your IVs, check them using either GoStadium.club if you want to manually enter them, or you can screenshot them and use them in PokeGenie as well. Or if you have an Android, you can use the overlay. And so by trading them, you have more potentials to get luckies, which means you have better potentials to get 100% IVs, and the 100% IV is going to be great for the Ultra League. And so in my opinion, I think that as far as the PV Poke registration, as far as right now, the Shiftry is ranked 58 in the Great League and 66 in the Ultra League, with both the exact same moveset of Snarl and Leaf Blade. So here's what I think is going to happen as far as the rankings go when the Bullet Seed gets introduced. I think Bullet Seed is going to take over for the Great League because you have Pokemon such as Azumarill that's going to be weak to grass. You have the Wishcash, double weak to grass. You have the Swampert, double weak to grass. So having a Grass Quick move, even though it's not the most powerful move, is going to chunk a little bit more health than would the Snarl. But when you go into the Ultra League, the main player is going to be the Giratina Altered form, which is going to be weak to Dark. So that's why I think Snarl overall is going to maintain for the Ultra League, and I think that the Bullet Seed is going to be recommended for the Great League. So that's going to do it, guys. I hope you guys have an absolute blast. We are going to hunt shinies together on my vlog. I'm excited to do all this stuff together with you guys. I super appreciate all you guys for being here, all my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody who takes their support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm going to see you guys out on the next video. Peace! I just want to take a moment and sincerely thank all of my Patreon members, everybody that has taken their subscription to the next level and chosen to support me on this platform. I greatly appreciate you guys. As a growing channel and really trying to grow and improve as much as I possibly can, I really appreciate the extra support. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I cannot wait to connect with you soon, and I appreciate you guys all for being a part of the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on the next video.